actively participate in the church ministry. We assume, again, their biblical roles within the church and their families and the societies at large. Then number 2, there is what we call the social welfare program. So this program is one of the cornerstone. It's one of the most successful programs that we have implemented, and we have worked hand in hand with the Nairobi Meeting Social Commission. And so far, right now, we have registered 1,000 members. And in this case now, we have assisted 14 families. That is, we have so far lost one principal member, and we managed to pay 40,000 shillings. And the other 13 cases is that most of the men have lost their parents. And when you lose your parent, we pay 20,000 shillings. And I hereby want to encourage those men who have not registered with our program, and let us be informed that this social welfare program, it is cutting across. Because when you lose your children or your child, is that we are able to support you with 30,000 shillings. If you lose your spouse, we are able to support you with 40,000 shillings. So, and then there is what we call the acquisition of the land. Yes, we took over the land in the year 2020. I want to thank the previous office. They managed to buy that land in Marua, in Ibisil, in Kajiado County. So we inherited 16 amalgamated plots. And then what we have done during our term is that we have amalgamated those plots. Then we have now acquired the title deed. And the title deed was acquired in April this year. And through the spiritual leadership of our yearly meeting, General Superintendent, is that he managed to go and dedicate that land during the month of June. Then when it comes to strengthening of our collaboration, is that this program will enjoy the working relationship with all the programs and also with Nairobi meeting leadership. And then when it comes to the support and also maybe now our program, we support the Nairobi meeting by attending all the planned activities, like we are here as a program to attend, because Kwekamen program is one of the 4 programs of the Nairobi meetings. Then despite maybe not the success, is that again we have the challenges. Is that every success or every organization, you must have the success and also the bottlenecks. So among the challenges that the program has faced is that there is need for us as men to mobilize and encourage more men to actively participate in the ministry. Is that we are not here to compete our good spouses, that is USFW. Because you are aware that the USFW have done very well. But I want to encourage all men to embrace this program. Because as you are aware, is that this program has been moribund. Is that we were not there from the inception. Because right now we are celebrating the 39 years old as Nairobi meeting. But as Kwekamen, we are now almost 17 years old, unlike other programs. So we are trying, and we want to encourage all men. And I'm happy that right now, at least most men have come to embrace it. So in this case now, I want us now to, whatever has been lacking, is that we have been having inadequate goodwill and also occasional resistance from some quarters. That is one of the key challenges that we have been facing. But I know with the time, we are going to overcome it. And then there is what we call the limited leadership capacity in areas such as communication, mobilization, mentorship, and organization management. That is has been one of the challenges. And then finally, is about the inadequate financial resources to support the growing demand of the empowerment programs. Because during the empowerment that I had already mentioned, is that we as a program, we manage to support. And because Nairobi meeting has 25 monthly meetings. So we have participated in all the 25 monthly meetings when it comes to the empowerment or when it comes to the Arambe. Then on the way forward, as a program, is that we are here to commit ourselves to the following strategic priorities. Number 1, is that we shall continue to strengthen the main fellowship, empowerment, and the discipleship across all the monthly meetings and the QCC. Number 2 is that we shall enhance exchange and learning programs among Quakermen groups to promote sharing of the experiences and also of the best practices. 3 is that we shall strengthen leadership development through regular training in communication, mobilization, mentorship, and stewardship, and also governance. Because you are aware that most of the issues that our church is facing, it is coming from us. When it comes to the nominations, when it comes to the conflicts, is that it is coming from us men. So we as a program, we are going to mount that leadership development program. Then number 4 is that we shall mobilize all men to register and actively and participate in the program. Then number 5 is that we shall promote unity of purpose among all Quaker men industries or Quaker ministries, recognizing that collaboration is essential in achieving the vision and the mission of the Nairobi yearly meetings. Then last but not least is that we shall continue to encourage every Quaker man to stand firm in the Lord and remain faithful in advancing the ministry to even greater heights. So in conclusion, is that this program has continued to gain remarkable momentum and remains inspired to fulfill its God-given biblical mandate of provision, priesthood, and protection. And then, as a Quakermen program, we thank God for his faithfulness throughout the past 3 years, and to me for the past 6 years, and we are here to express our sincere appreciation to the Nairobi yearly meeting leadership, the monthly meeting leadership, local churches, pastors, the council of elders, partners, and all Quakermen members to your support and the commitment. And then as we hand over this leadership, we are confident that the incoming team will build upon the strong foundation that has been laid and lead the ministry to even greater heights for the glory of God. So may God richly bless the Quakermen ministry, Friends Church, Nairobi yearly meetings. May God bless you. And I hereby submit this report. Okay, and then I wanted to say this. That is, in regards to the social welfare program, there is what we call the onboarding. And we have collaborated with the CREAT chairman. If you have got any challenges in terms of the onboarding, is that please can you contact our Dan Wamalwa to assist you to onboard yourself. Thank you.
Tupikie wanaume makofi. Thank you so much. I know we have 1 or 2 questions, but we will just allow the programs to finish, then we do it at once. Meanwhile, let's have our clerk. Let's have our PC. No, that said. Mukala kuja kwanza. There is something which you will perform, then we proceed. Meanwhile, our nurse who is in charge, please, unahitajika hapo nje kidogo. The nurse in charge. Thank you so much, karibu clerk, vice clerk.
Bwana asifiwe. Asifiwe tena. I'm told we had a visitor here, but he has just disappeared. He's coming. On his way coming. We just wanted to introduce him so that we can save time, because I know being an administrator, he could be required somewhere else. So we just wanted to have him through with us. You said he's coming? Eh? So if that is the case, then perhaps we proceed on with other programs.
Once the area chief comes in, we will give him an opportunity. Maybe, unajua wanakuanga standby. Anaweza kuwa ameitwa haraka. QCM. And after QCM, Nyaf, please prepare to give your report.
Praise God, church. We thank God for this time that God has given unto us. It is a privilege that God has given unto us for us to be in this conference, and I believe it is not in vain. We as QCM, as Rivers of Living Water, we thank God for this year, and we want to thank God for what He has enabled us to do. Since we could not make it on our own, He has enabled us through the support of our clerks, our chairpersons from other monthly meetings, from other programs, if I may say, the main church, from the USFW, from the NYAF, from the Quaker Men. We are so grateful for your support. As QCM, we couldn't have. So in brief, I will not read the whole report. I believe we had this book since we came on Wednesday, and we have been going through our reports. I'll just highlight the major points, and then you read the rest on your own. Major points is about the registration of our Sunday school children. You realize that every year we normally do our registration at the QCM level, and we normally do registration for the teachers as well as the children. For the sake of our Sunday school children, we normally do registration. Every child is to pay 50 shillings, and the teachers register with 100. And being in registration, we normally get at least have our prayer breakfast, whereby we can at least get some funds to facilitate all our events. You realize we have events at the national level, whereby we need to do pay some registration fee at the national level. We have a budget to work on. And also our events which are run at the yearly meeting level. So we are so grateful for those who did the registration this year, and we'll so much appreciate them for their great support as parents, as monthly meetings, as our local churches. We'd also like to talk about the training of teachers. You realize that so far we have materials for teaching our children through the preparation of our able pastor and other stakeholders. So it's our humble request to our monthly meetings and our local churches to support our QCM teachers to receive training on how to use those booklets. It's not for fun. They have a great impact to our church. So we kindly request that we need training to our teachers. And in all, we normally have nominations in our churches. We as QCM, we normally find it a challenge at some point, whereby you train the teachers. It reaches a moment for nomination, you realize that that teacher anapelekwa katika another level. So it seems as if we will be training teachers time and again. So it's my humble request to the church. As we do our nominations, let the QCM teachers remain QCM teachers. It's only an addition of more teachers so that our children can be attended to in a good way. So kindly consider the point of nomination. Please, we always have that big challenge. You have a teacher, amepelekwa USFW. You have a teacher, amepelekwa labda another position. So the new teachers who come on board, we find it also as a challenge to train them. So it is our humble request as we do our nominations, let us just recruit more teachers, but remain with those ones who are already in the process they have trained. At least others can learn from them so that we can do our work in a smooth way. We have our events as QCM. QCM, we have events which are held at quarterly level, whereby we do them at QCC level, and we have events which are done at NYM level, and also at the FCK level. So the QCC level, we have a combination of our monthly meetings, whereby the monthly meetings, they team up together to carry out events which are concerned at the QCC level. And then we have some which are done at the yearly meeting level. And then also we have those who are done at FCK, that is our national level. We humbly request the church. It's also a good opportunity for our teachers to be exposed, especially when it comes to our representation at the FCK. We have a big challenge. I think my coordinator at FCK level, you are here, you can bear with me. So when there is an event for the QCM at the national level, kindly let us stand with them so that we can know what is going out, what other people are doing. Recently we heard for Quaker men, all through Nairobi, all through Western region and everywhere, people came for the Kesha. What about QCM? You find that we sent very few people, and it really intimidates our coordinator. So kindly let us support QCM to achieve the objectives that are ahead of us. I've talked about the facilitation of the teachers on trainings, facilitation of the teachers when it comes to events. You realize that some monthly meetings, they will tell the teachers, if we facilitate you on this event, the other event we will not facilitate. So how will this teacher be able to know what others have learned, what the way forward in that event? Because they are not the same. We have various activities which are done at various levels. So it's our humble request. About the teaching materials, I think we shared yesterday. I won't make it a repetition. We have some materials whereby we have them at our local, at our monthly meeting level. Kindly contact us where you cannot be able to get the materials. We are ready to serve you. It is because we have to build a strong foundation for the church. And if you don't have sufficient materials for teaching our children, I realize that most of them wanaenda makanisa zingine. So let us avail ourselves. Let us purchase for the teachers and let us equip our children so that we can make a better, Quaker church. So we are so grateful, and most of the achievement that we have had, we thank God for the learning materials through our able pastor with other stakeholders. We also thank God because through it, we've been having the teens camp. We say it is a teens camp, but we do a conference. So we thank God because we have been able to secure a tent, and others are in the process through your support. We thank you for your support. May God bless you. May God increase you, and may God expand your territories. Be blessed.
Thank you so much. She's saying that there is power in numbers. And so please, in the approved events, she's saying that we send more numbers so that they are not treated like others. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. You know, in writing, you enumerate, you say 1, 2, 3, then others. So anasema QCM, our Quaker Children Ministry should not be treated as others. Maneno hayo tumesikia. Clark kuja introduce mgeni wetu.
Thank you, DGS. Nashukuru sana. Niliwaambia on Wednesday, nilikuwa nimealika hapa wageni watatu. Chief wa area hii, this is Kauma location, ambaye tumekuwa tukifanya kazi naye kwa karibu, kutusaidia katika mambo ya barabara, na pia mambo ya stima. Unajua we are using a generator and solar. Bado hatujapata stima. Stima iko somewhere hapa ngambo. Tunafikiria jinsi itafika mahali hapa. So chief ako nasi, tamwalika aje aseme jambo moja kwa dakika moja tu. Alafu wale wageni wengine pia, mheshimiwa MCA ndugu Shehe amepata matanga. Kuna kazi yake alipigwa risasi juzi. Alisema akipata nafasi atafika. Asipopata nafasi pia ni sawa tu, salamu zake mko nazo. Pia alikuwa amealika mbunge wa sehemu hii, Mheshimiwa Charo Kazungu. Ameniambia kesho Mungu akipenda huenda awe nasi, ama kama atakuwa mwanasiasa pia tunashukuru, maana yake tunaoelewa na ni wetu. Karibu sana Chief. Salabia watu wako dakika moja.
Asante Bwana asifiwe. Asifiwe Yesu. Basi kwa wale wasionijua, I'm Wagandi Chai. I'm the area chief for Kauma location. Kauma location has 4 sub-locations. That is Vinagoni sub-location where you are. Magogoni sub-location the other side, huko ambao kunaendea lami huko juu. There's Mdangarani sub-location, hiyo creek. And Msanda, huko kuendea Cliffs North. Nataka nichukue fursa hii niwakaribishe wenzangu. You are my friends. Tangu mlipokuja mimi nilisema kwamba nilipata marafiki, and you are the true friends. I was to be with you yesterday, but due to avoided circumstances I couldn't make it. Lakini leo nikaamua nifike. I've been here in the morning, but you are busy. I was to greet you, but neno lilikuwa nataka kuanza. Nikasema I don't want to interfere with the word of God. Nikakimbia ofisini na nikamwambia mkubwa pale, ikifika mchana mimi nitakuja, at least I welcome you officially because you are in my area and you should know that I'm around. In case of anything, tunaweza saidiana. Otherwise, nashukuru kwa kufika kwenu. Kwa nyinyi mahali hapa huwa mapafanya live. Na it is one of the milestone we are looking forward. Therefore, I want to assure you concerning the security, you should not worry about it. You are in the safe hands. Na mkikuja huku muwe huru. Hata mnaweza kufika hiyo maeneo mengine. Msije tu mkakwama hapa. Pandeni paka huko Beria, hiyo the sub county huko juu, muone hata DCC. Otherwise, being you here, hata DCC is aware about it, what is going on here. Kwa sababu I got this information and nikamwelezea DCC and the SCC. So you should not worry. They are aware that you are here. So feel at home. Thank you so much for listening me. Welcome. Huyu bwana ameongea mambo ya moto. Acha niwajibu. Acheni niwajibu. The MP kesho is supposed to be here. So full information atawapatia, lakini the little information I have ni kwamba we had some hizi nyumba ambazo zilikuwa hazijapata moto. We documented them, or we wrote down the names of the areas which had not received electricity. So Vikwatani is one of them. Vikwatani is one of them. So you should not worry about mambo ya last mile. Moto tafika. Rome was not built in a day. It took some time. It is like this. Welcome.
Asante sana. Simama hapa. Pastor Sasaka. Pastor Sasaka, kuja ombea hii chief amekuwa msaada sana. Come and pray for this chief of ours. He's been very, very instrumental. Rafiki yako Chris ndio yule pale. That's your friend. Tusimame tuombee chief wetu. Amekuwa msaada sana kwa mambo mengi.
Basi na tuombe. Baba, katika jina la Yesu tunakushukuru kwa mchana wa leo. Asante kumleta chief miongoni mwetu. Tunamwombea neema yako toka na kurudi kutusalimia tena. Tutakushukuru jina lako. Asante kwa sababu ya mafanikio katika kazi zake, na tunaomba mfalme umuongoze na umtawale na utushirikishe pamoja naye na viongozi wengine. Tunaomba haya tukiamini katika jina la Yesu aliye Bwana wetu. Amen.
Thank you so much. Chief, tunakupenda bure. Asante sana. Wakati tutaona stima ndio tutakupenda zaidi. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Our NYAF program, please, we want your report.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Before our secretary presents the NYAF report, I want to say two things and then I'll let him present the report. I want to appreciate members of Friends Church Nairobi meeting for supporting and working with the young people for the last 3 years. We are grateful. Amen. Thank you so much, USFW. Thank you so much, Quakermen and QCM. We collaborated and things went well because we worked together. Another thing is just to appreciate all the young people that managed to attend this conference, just to be part of the decisions that are made. These are very important conference, and that's why we encourage young people to be part of this. Thank you so much, young people. Ninajua labda tuna-enjoy, lakini make sure kwamba you are part of the decisions that are made in this conference. Otherwise, thank you so much. This is our secretary, the incoming chair. I want him to give us a report. Thank you.
I take this opportunity to present to you this report, and on behalf of the NYAF of Nairobi early meeting. And therefore, before I proceed, I take this opportunity to say hi. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe tena. So on behalf of the young people, as the chair has said, we want to thank the entire church, and most importantly, the programs for standing together with us during our NYAF events and activities, and for the great support that you have given us and the great support you're continuing to give us as we proceed. So therefore, I'll give a summary of our report, which is captured on page number 59. And what we have done and what we are looking forward to do is that, number one, that the Nairobi NYAF, we continue in the mission of nurturing spiritual responsibility and actively engaging in the youth activities, which normally focus on discipleship, fellowship, leadership, development, evangelism, and meaningful participation in our churches. And we are all prove that the young people have played a key role in the church, and most importantly, the church digitization. So in our programs, the key program highlights that we have done is the worship experience, which normally take place on the QCC levels. And we have an increased number of youth participation, even in Keshas, and organized activities where the young people participate actively. Our achievement is that we have seen in the growth of the young people in terms of our registration. Last year, we saw an increase of the young people from 2,000 to 3,000 registered young people. And this year, next year, we're looking forward for the young people to come in up in large numbers to register, which has been a key achievement. So the young people have actively participated in evangelism of the church, and when called upon, working together with the mission pastor, Pastor Jen, even in the CBD fellowship, we see the young people actively participating and making it happen. So as much as we have this achievement, we got challenges, and the challenges of the young people are the same challenges that we have discussed again and again, of the youth unemployment, the challenges of mental health, some pressures, and limited resources for the young people. As we move forward, we're looking forward that the young people are financially empowered. They got the right mentorship, so that as we proceed, because the young people are the voice and the current church. So we appeal that, respectfully appeal to the annual General Conference to continue strengthening support for the young people through sustained investment in discipleship, leadership development, sport, music, art, evangelism, and other God-given talent. Greater support for the local churches' monthly meeting and the yearly meeting will enable young adults to contribute more effectively to the mission for the church and the society. So in conclusion, we want to again thank you so much for standing with the young people, supporting the young people, and working together with us. So thank you so much. May God bless you. And we're looking forward to working together with you. Mungu awabariki. I submit.
Thank you so much. Makofi kwa vijana wetu, makofi. When I grow up, I will want to be like hawa vijana. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Unaona vile wanatembea pamoja? When I grow. Now, katika kazi yetu ambayo tuliifanya jana, tulipakisha kitu kidogo kwa Education Commission from our commissions. Education, please come and submit your report. Then we will sum up with a crit from those reports and we will be moving forward. Education, if they are not around, crit, please come.
Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe tena. Kazi yangu ni kukuza. Si unaona wakitoka? Yeah, I'm proud to have handed over to them. Our report, sijui iko page gani, but it's being projected. One of a few things in my report we are highlighting our digital roadmap. And that's why nimesema sijui iko page gani intentionally, because I'm hoping and praying that coming years that book will be only handling important reports, which are the financials and clerk's speech na ya secretariat, sindio? So that we enhance and grow our digital roadmap, sindio? Kwa sababu the bigger percentage of the conference budget is going towards that book. Sawa sawa. And my work is one, to lower costs, operational costs. Sawa sawa. Let me go to my report. The credit report, as represented to you, I would like to just, as I've said, we are looking forward to expanding our digital reach, building capacity, sustainable governance across the yearly meeting. Key areas of growth, we give glory to God for a reason marked by significant growth, expanding reach, and sustainable capacity building across our ministry. And I'm sure most of us from our monthly meetings, you have felt the impact of CREAT and the growth of the media presence in our churches. One of the biggest platforms that we are currently having in Nairobi yearly meeting is NY Media. And in your booklets, mukipanta nyuma munaona NY Media. That's one of the brands that we have been able to grow for the last 1 year. And the achievement for the last 1 year is in Facebook right now we are getting to a maximum of around 1 million views per month. For now we have around 14.5k followers on Facebook and around 2k followers on YouTube. TikTok is one of the brand that has grown faster and grown exponentially, where we currently have around 45k, but I'm hoping by this time maybe at 50k. So far, we are proud to say for the last 1 year, we have covered around 50 plus events as NY Media. Next. As media, this year we had training, and the training we had across our QCCs, which saw empowerment of the media personnel, and this has exponentially grown the media presence in our monthly meetings and our local meetings, where you are seeing a lot of young people. Mnaona conference, by the way. Si mnaona saini na kapo. Because now they are coming up, they are embracing digital. That's because of the training that we are offering. Next. Our brand, one of the few things we are trying to do is brand identity, and that's why mnaona NY Media. Kama una t-shirt NY Media, get to me so that we can be able to grow that brand. This is our brand. Our PC Tina, when she left as the CEO QACL, she left as a radio that we are still struggling with it. But it's because we are adapting more the online presence and expanding our online presence. Haimaanishi kwamba tumewachilia the radio. We are still work in progress, where in fact waves zishapatikana, ni sisi tu kwenda ku inquire. It's already we already have waves. Ile za Nairobi area ndio tumeshindwa kupata, but outside zinapatikana. Next. Digital church mapping. I'm looking forward, and I have a dream that one day nikikuja Ngong Road, wasiseme Shepherds ama Uchumi, waseme nishukie wapi? Friends Church. Si ndio? Nikikuja Ruiru, wasiseme tunaenda kwa hiyo Spinners, waseme Spinners, waseme Friends Church. And that is done by digital mapping. So I have a dream that one day we'll be able to achieve that dream, where we'll be able to have all our churches fully mapped and fully available for use. Hii sasa ndio tunasukumana nayo. Hii ndio mnyama. Hii ndio mnyama. One of the biggest problem that we are having right now and we are facing as a church is data privacy. It's very shameful unapata mshirika anakuja church na unapata tithe yake inakuwa discussed kwa streets. Ati unaona huyu please acha nikutumie. Unaona huyu Christine, imagine alitoa 2000 tithe. Huyu anafaa kujua kweli hiyo information. That's privileged information. And there are several other books that mnaacha. Hizo mnafanya attendance, mnaziweka tu pale kwa draw, na hizo information ziko na contact za mse, penye anakaa, watoto wake. So that is one of the biggest problem and challenge that we are having, and I'm hoping as we are going back, we are going to embrace, because through the board we have tried to be able to put together the policies around that. We have tried to put together we are in the process of getting our license for data handling, and I'm hoping that maybe in the next year we'll be able to get data processing. The other thing is research. We are working on a research policy. It's already been approved by the board, should be out for public participation. But as that is running, we're also having a lot of research systems that are coming to us. This system are to able to enhance and improve the performance and delivery of service to the Nairobi yearly meeting. Because wacha tuambiane kweli, hakuna decision itafanyika saa hii without data. Nothing, nowhere. You need data. How do we know we are improving? How do we know where we are coming from and where we are headed? Without data, we are not going anywhere. We need to embrace these systems. They are there. A simple one, walisema, to map the strength and the weaknesses of our churches. How many did it? Najua Clark Christian lifanya. But how many other did it? Nobody. Yeah, thank you, Pasi. Yes, thank you, Ruiru. They did it. But the rest of us, at least pastors, walitupatia 100%. But ya wengine, we are still at 45%. Ukiletewa pastor mwenye strength yake na weakness zako as much, unasema huyu pastor ni mbaya. Wewe ndio shida. Si ndio? Because we cannot make decisions without data. Next. Those are our key performance indicators. You can be able to go through that in your own free time. Next. So, way forward, I would like to appreciate the monthly meetings and the locals who have empowered their media departments. Key is Makadara, who have recently bought equipment for the media. They have fully equipped them. Thank you, Clark, as outgoing Clark, for that. Langata is the role model. When we come, we want to benchmark, we go to Langata. Not forgetting the people who first embraced technology, Mombasa. Mombasa have done a tremendous job to be able to ensure that the media departments are growing in that areas. Sisi wengine tuko wapi? So one of few things is also talent recruitment. Talent recruitment, I've worked in most of these churches. Hey, Dennis, munafanyaje? So I've worked in most of these churches, and I would like to appreciate the talent that is being recruited. I can see a huge number of meetings adapting young people coming up to be able to take these slots. There are monthly meetings such as Donholm, Makadara, Langata, who have young people serving this department, as many as 30, 40 of them in the department. That is a plus. That is the way to grow the church, and that is the way to go. The last thing is knowledge sharing, and that is what I'm doing currently. As you can see, I'm just doing knowledge sharing. What I know, I'll be able to pass it, and the same should be able to cascade down the monthly meetings. Those are things. Signages, as I've said, signages are very important. Most of us have adapted signages. Now we cannot say we have adapted signages if you are still saying Shepherd rather than Friends Church, because at a Friends Church FIC kwenyewe haina signage. Ama nani ameona? Thank you. So where our GS sits haina signage. So I'll not talk about that. And then sorry, go back Dogo. Also the biggest problem we are having is our programs. I would like to thank the Quaker Men, the USFW, the QCM. Lakini kutoa radi usikafikirie feel baya. We have our own brand. This thing we bought to be able to serve the church. It is important that we used to find nini to serve the church. So with that, I submit.
Yangu ni kuongea si kufungua. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Tulikuwa tunasema, Waswahili wanasema mkala umuue haki yake. The great have worked very hard. They have enabled us today. You can be able to watch several services. Makanisa yetu yako mengi yako online. You can be able to see them. If you miss any event ya Nairobi Early Meeting, don't worry. Just go to Nairobi Early Meeting TV. Na unakaa comfortably na kikombe cha chai kwa nyumba. Na unaanza kuona vitu vyetu. And I think they have made our visibility be very, 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 like I missed the music that was there, festival in the other weekend. I was up country, and you know, very many things when you are up country, you cannot remember this. But when I came, I watched everything. Hata wale mlikuwa huko niliwaona. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Courtesy of great. And we want to thank them. Please maintain that. Has our Education Commission come in? Education Commission report? Education Commission? Naongea kuhusu Education Commission. Watu wa education ni watu walikuwa wanakimbia mbio. Luseno. Chanda kuli mwana muyai. Karibu, karibu.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. Mungu ni mwema na kila wakati. I'm sorry, Deputy General Superintendent ndio liita kama nilikuwa pale nyuma sikusikia. Ndio nimepigiwa simu nikatoka nje nikaambia hukusikia. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm Anthony Loseno First and foremost, I'm the Vice Chairperson of Education Commission Nairobi yearly meeting. Secondly, I'm also a board member on the Rafiki Centre board at Ngong Road. And thirdly, the position I'm now holding now, I'm the presiding clerk at Maringo Local Church. So thank you. Now, as the Education Commission, we start with the preamble. Pursuant to the Constitution of NYM, the Education Commission is charged with the mandate to vet speakers and the topics for conferences, draft curriculum, education policy documents, and the programs, capacity building, and the sensitization on matters of education to the members for the growth and the sustainability of the church. The following report highlights the achievements, challenges, ongoing projects, and the recommendation of the Commission. Number one, we look at the achievements. What have we achieved in the last 3 years? Or I can say this last year. The first achievement is successfully vetted speakers and the topics for Quaker Men, USFW, NYAF, and the QCM for their annual conferences. Our speakers mnaona hapa wote. Hawezi simama hapa bila kuwa vetted na Education Commission. So we have vetted them. There's only one challenge that I'll appeal to our clerk. Some of the speakers, I don't know the word to use, but like the problem we had this year, speaker kimwambia lete CV yake, anasema mimi najulikana kila pahali. Yes. Hamunijui, hamunioni. So we start now guessing. Yuko na watoto wangapi? Alisomea wapi? So kindly, if you have been chosen by the yearly meeting as a speaker, the first thing, bring your CV. Hiyo CV ndio tunatumia kuvet wewe kama speaker wetu. But I think the people who are listening to the speakers, you see, have we not done a good job? Mona vile main speaker ananguruma hapa? Yeah. Huyo leta CV yake complete. Ukiona mtu ananguruma hapa, huyo mtu yuko na confidence ya kuongea, which means anajitambua. Then number two, we vetted QCM textbooks and made a recommendation for their further improvement. The chair lady wa QCM mlimuona hapa, alisema vizuri, alisaidiwa sana na Daktari Lenora, that is my chair, and all of us were involved as a team. The books are out for the QCM. Then we realized growth of FTC, Nairobi campus, although we have some few challenges, but mama inaendelea mzuri. And through introduction of online lesson. Saizi mapastors wetu, they can learn. The ones when you wanaiga kuwa pastors, they can learn. They have online classes, which is a very, very good way, because most of them come from far, and our pastors, you know, they have challenges. Mtu anaweza kuwa amekosa something for traveling, so ukimweka online, it is even cheaper for the pastor. And then sensitization campaign on education through visit to churches and conferences. We are moving around. The last time tulikuwa na the deputy general superintendent Dandora. Those schools, Dandora is a school that unaona it has not taken off. So we have been visiting some of those places, trying to see ways on which we can put them in their place. So kindly, that is, in fact, in the Nairobi yearly meeting, it may be our only senior school. So kindly let's try to help Dandora. That is in Nairobi. Then drafting of our policy documents on the operation of the NYM Scholarship Fund. Right now, we have some students that we went vetted. We went interior, Kibira huko ndani, Kabangware. We have 2 students. Tuna mmoja nasomea Kaplong, and there's another one at Kaimos Girls. Those 2 students are doing very well. They are A materials. They are doing very well, but they are on scholarship from the courtesy of the NYM. And that's why you are being told, if you can bring more funds, then we can help our children. I was happy to hear that when I was at the NYM Music Festival at Makadara, there's also another girl who has been sponsored because of her talent. So let's identify our talent. Unajua sisi kama Kweka, we may not, I cannot say we are broke, but most of our churches were to get what? Because the social commissions are not very, very strong, combined with the education commission. We have so many bright but needy students in our churches, all the way from Kericho to Mombasa, Tana River, who don't go to school because of lack of fees. So let's try to see whether we can increase the number of students who want the scholarship. The other time the applicants were so many, but we only needed 2 in a whole yearly meeting. Imagine just picking 2 students in a whole yearly meeting. Then, trained NYM, QCM leaders and the teachers on child development. And then we trained RMM, pastors and evangelists on ministerial working relationships. Now the challenges that we have had, we have lack of attendance of commission meetings by all the 25 NYM education commissioners. In fact, most of the meeting, unakuta we are not more than 10. So the attendance is below. I can say, is it meeting or approaching expectations? Najua mimi ni mwalimu, so natumia those terms. So I think it's approaching expectations. So you find that in our meetings, kama ni online, unakuta the attendance. I don't know whether it is only in my commission or in our commission, but attendance is normally very, very limited. And then, poor performance and the low enrollment at Dandora secondary school, that one I've talked about it, so we have to think of what we are going to do to bring up our school. And then sustainability of the feeding program at Friends School, Vikwatani in Kilifi. Here, we have been told to give donations. We want to bring up our school. You know, hakuna kitu kizuri kama kuwa na shule yenu. Western Province, unaonanga, Friends School, Kamsinga, Kaimos Girls, those are the giants, Chavakali High School. You know, you are proud of those schools. But in Nairobi yearly meeting, which school can you say we are proud of? Yenye tunasema ni yetu. Unaweza hata enda uambie principal, chukulia huyu mtoto, huyu ni mkweka. Hatuna. All the way from Kericho. All the way from Kericho to Tana River. Tell me of any school which is even national or extra county. So there's somewhere we are missing. And I don't know what we are going to do, but we have to think about that. And then, because the catchment area for our Nairobi yearly meeting is between Kericho and the Tana River. Na hakuna kitu kwa catchment area. The only senior school we have in catchment area ni Dandora, unaona inaenda chini. And then, lack of permanent. Ministry of Education recommended infrastructure in our learning institution. Unajua ukitaka kupata hii capitation, you have to be a what? Public school. Public school. Kama jana niliona that term imeingia. This is term. Capitation imeshaingia kwa mashule for that term. But now you must be a public school. I think that I don't know whether that is the fairness of the government or the unfairness, but it really caters for the public schools. And that's why you see a school like Friends School Dandora inaenda chini because I want a capitation. So the parents are forced to do what? To take all that hiyo mzigo yote ya fees. That's where the problem is. And then we have long and a slow process of registration of our education centers and the schools. I have an example, because me nashiriki Maringo, the same thing has been happening. The junior secondary, the manager is even here telling me those officials were asking for something like 50,000 shillings. Because of, to renew the what? The registration. So you see where we are. Most of these people are corrupt, even when they come to our schools. Before we do the audit, we wake up at 50,000. And they don't compromise about it. So you can see if you are a private school which does not have students, how are you going to manage that? And then payment of teacher salaries due to lack of what? Funds. Obviously, kama una capitation na wazazi hawajalipa fees. Now, hao walimu wenye uko nao sio wa serikali, there's nothing you can do. Most of our centers, I'm using my center. Teachers have gone for around 2-3 months without salary. And it's not anybody's making. It's because the money is not there. You know, parents will only pay when they see, one, the school is performing, two, what? There's good infrastructure. And then three, I don't know which is the third one, that important one, which parents look at. Yes. There's performance, there's infrastructure, and when also the school has what? The teachers themselves. Yes. Teachers. Yes. And then others are there. But it's a long bright and intelligent NYM children failing to attend school because of lack of what? School fees, that one I've talked about it. Change of bank signatories for French what? The Lodico College. So unajua tena kama signatory hazijabadilishwa, even transaction cannot take place. So maybe appeal to the college. I think once the board of directors is in place, change of signatory is not a big problem. And then, what are the ongoing projects? You had it being talked, transfer of FTC Nairobi campus from Maringo to Donholm. And you know the idea behind it is infrastructure. That's why it will be transferred. And then establishment of NYM Scholarship Endowment Fund. So let's work to see that our children go to school when you have a scholarship. And then the registration of schools and the FTC, Nairobi campus by the Ministry of Education. I told you that is still a challenge. Drafting of the NYAF curriculum and the QCM policy documents. NYAF. So now that we came up with the QCM curriculum, hatujakuja na policy document, but NYAF now we have to go to their curriculum. And then we have another ongoing project. We have youth mentorship program, Uamuzi, at what? Vikwatani. So there's a youth mentorship program here. And then training and the capacity building of church leaders, clergy and members. So we have to have seminars. Most of the leaders waliweka kwa uongozi, but some of them have not understood their responsibility. So we need, clerk, we have to organize for training of our leaders. That is why you see some of these problems that we are discussing coming about. Because some people don't know their responsibilities. And then we go to recommendations. Now recommendation, there's need for training the church on Data Protection Act, gender balance, and the use of AI for church growth and sustainability, to sustain, sustainability, something like that, yes. So, the what? Crete ameongea about that. So Crete unaona, we are working together, tuko pamoja. Data must be protected. Alafu hii AI itatusaidia sana in our church. And then number 2, introduction of Christian education to the church. 1 hour every Sunday. So we need that Christian education. And then conference speakers, names, topics, and the profile to be handed to the Education Commission for vetting 3 months prior to the conference to enable necessary recommendation from the commission to be effected. And then gender balance. So unaona nilisema, we said 3 months before because niliwaambia tuna watu wanasema mnanijua. So there's no need of me bringing my what? My CV. But tumesema 3 months. So tukikwambia 3 months and you don't bring your CV, then it is just in order that we replace you. I love gender balance. The best speech I ever had yesterday was from a lady. And I was very keen, Trout. Nilikuwa nimekaa pale nyuma. Christine Sabwa, thank you very much. Yo nilisikia, it was one of the best speeches nimesikia kwa financial management. Hata mimi I'm a teacher, but we go for these conferences. But that was one of the best. Imenifunza vitu mingi sana. So you can see what a lady can do, men cannot do. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You see, you know, we normally say what a man can do, a lady can do it better. But what a lady can do, a man can never do. That is mine now. And then all monthly meeting education commissioners to attend meetings so that they can pass information to their members. Now you find that at the NIM we are having our meetings, but very few monthly meetings. I'm talking to the monthly meeting clerks. Empower your education commissioners. Let them be having meetings. All commissions, education, social, crit, allow them to be having their meetings. Even in the local churches, let these commissions be having their meetings to empower them, especially like the service commission, because that one deals with a lot of what? Construction. Empower your commissions. In most of these local churches, commissions ni kama aziko. So please, empower the commissions. The commissions are the ones that are going to take the church from one level to another. And then, members to be encouraged to read the FCK and the NYM Constitution in order to gain knowledge and hence understanding of leadership structures in the Quaker Friends Church. Most of our Quakers, our the Constitution. There's somebody who said very well here, and we have been clashing with the monthly meeting, and I'll say it here. Local churches, our executive meeting is supposed to be the first Saturday of the month, then general meeting. Monthly meeting, your executive meeting is supposed to be the second Saturday of the month, and then general. Now you find some monthly meeting or late executive meeting, the first week. That is not in line with the Constitution. So you find you are clashing. Now you are wondering whether to go this way or the other side. So please, let's follow the Constitution to the latter, and put all our meeting, we structure our meetings. That is the only way a church will move. Once you structure your meetings, whereby members will not collide with each other, then the church will move forward. And then, all trainings and the capacity buildings to be done in collaboration with the NYN Education Commission. So if there's any meeting which is supposed to be done, it is good that the NYM is informed. And then second to last, a major funds drive to be organized in order to finance education projects. So the year meeting clerk, I think as ukiangalia kwa education project, let's try to see whether we can have a major fund drive for some of these education institutions which are struggling. And then lastly, strengthening of pastoral programs in our schools in order to evangelize and spread the Quaker faith and the practice that is spices to the leaders. So we want our pastors to be constantly trained. That is a way of doing what? Sharpening. Otherwise, thank you very much. This was written by our chair lady in collaboration with the commission on behalf of Dr. Lenora Mugala, who is the chair lady. I say thank you very much, Deputy GS, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Be blessed.
Makofi kwa watu wa education, makofi. Someone said there is a difference between an educationist and a teacher. An educationist gets something simple and makes it complicated. And a teacher gets something complicated and makes it. Now you can understand kwa nini jana education hawaku present report. Someone alijua hawajui summary. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Makofi kwao. Benson Simani, one of our great people here, misplaced his branded 39th Annual General Conference notebook. Benson Simani. Kama uko nayo, unaweza kuleta. Benson nani? Simani. Please, ukiona hicho kitabu, give to any of the media team inahitajika. Clark, come ufanye hiyo kitu. All these programs na commissions hizi mbili, these reports need to be adopted. Thank you.
Thank you so much for teaching us. I don't know whether you are an educationist or you are a teacher. Basi naomba tuweze kuziadopt hizo programs zote those reports together. I request for a proposer and a seconder. Kule nyuma, jina lako na mkutano for minuting. Thank you so much, Timothy Wechuli, Nairobi monthly meeting. Then, come again. Are you a Kenyan? The Costa from Kahawa, Treasurer yangu Ogango, remind me. Does anybody have any issue or any question from those reports? Any concern? Yes, there's one hand up there, two hands there, then a lady, yes, so those three. Tuanzie kule nyuma microphone, kuna microphone? Aba tuanzie hapa? Hata wewe? Okay. Wewe umehijack program yangu.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Mine is just a clarity somewhere, and especially for QCP. I don't know in other monthly meeting, but I had this case in Kariobangi monthly meeting, whereby Clark, when we were coming up with a proposal for the QCP leaders, some monthly meeting takes leaders to be the teachers of the monthly meetings. So there was a problem whereby you get the teachers complaining there are few, and those who are just teachers office to coordinate the teachers. So we need to do more recruitment of teachers in monthly meeting or local churches, but the officers may not be really even a teacher, but the person who have a passion for the QCP who can coordinate the church.
Thank you so much for that comment. Let's have Clark Ruiru, Sister Gladys.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to appreciate all the reports. And maybe I just start with Crete. Crete. One, I also congratulate them. I think you are doing good work. I'm one of those.
Clap for Crete.
Yeah, they are doing good work. I think I'm one of those who watched the the NYM music online. I was unwell, so I didn't attend. But maybe just a point of concern.
Muziki haikuwa ya CRIT, muziki ilikuwa ya Social Commission.
The online.
Muziki ilikuwa ya Social Commission,
the streaming. I'm congratulating them for streaming live. Yeah, so two issues. Number one, the issue of data privacy. I think Dan mentioned about it. And I think it's an issue which is really a thorn. I think we also about, is it Mukumugals, who have been given some huge penalty. So are we coming up like with a consent form, even for all our churches, not maybe just these, because maybe some people are here, and then we are doing this online.
Okay.
Then they can take us to court and say, I didn't say you publicize me.
Okay,
so maybe we come up with some consent form. And then number two, I think he mentioned something very good, which I would wish that we take it to another level. We are subscribing to SDGs, and especially the environmental sustainability. And for sure, printing all these books is not a good environmental matter. So we can also be environmental conscious by just having the onlines, and then we are good. So on innovation, I think that is something we need to give a lot of attention. And number three and last, on the education report, these schools, there is one which was saying lack of permanent Ministry of Education recommended infrastructure. I think to me that is a risk we are facing. It can cause reputational risk. And so maybe we also need to really come up with just how we are going to mitigate that. Because if it is shut down because we are not complying, the name will fly up there, Friends, Dandora, and maybe other institutions. So maybe we need to come up with some way forward on them. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a last one there at the back. Okay, so I'll two. That one, alafu na tumalizie hapo. So CRIT chair, prepare to respond. Wacha wamalize. Then chair nomination, respond to QCP kwa nini mnachukua watu walimu yake, mnapeleka kwa uongozi. Yes,
asante kwa wale ambao wamewasilisha ripoti zao, na nafurahi kwamba mlinzi yuko hapo. Sababu ya kwanza nilikuwa nataka pia uweze kusema jambo kuhusiana nalo. Kwanza na kweka man. Kulikuwa na nimeona kwamba kina mama wako na jenga kwetu tuna mashamba ambayo yako kule pia IBC ambavyo vile umetaja. Na pia jana niliona ndugu yangu ambaye anasimamia mambo ya bajeti, makadirio ya bajeti walikuwa wanasema kwamba QICL pia iko na bajeti ya kutusaidia na masuala yetu ya biashara. Kwa hivyo swali ni vitengo hivi vyote vya kina mama, wanaume na watoto, hakuna vile tunaweza amua miradi hii tuweze kuipitisha kupitia kampuni yetu ya QICL ili iweze kutusaidia, kwa sababu utapata kwamba kuna bajeti ambayo inawasaidia kufanya shughuli hizi. So sijui kama kwa siku za usoni kule mbele tungetaka kuzingatia kwamba miradi hii yote tuweze kuipitisha kupitia kwa kampuni yetu, basi na sisi wenyewe kufuata miradi hii kivyetu kibinafsi. Hiyo ndo swali ya kwanza.
Asante.
Ya pili kwa kweka man, miradi ya kijamii. Na hili pia ni jambo ambalo nimekuwa nikisema kwa mkutano wetu wa monthly, na ningependa pia ikuje kwa mkutano huu. Tumezingatia sana masuala ya vifo. Vifo vikiwa tunachanga, pesa inapeanwa, lakini tukiwa hai hatuoni msaada. So ombi langu ilikuwa ni mlinzi, kama bado tuko hai, tuweze kuchukua bima ya afya, sababu kikundi hichi ni kubwa sana. Hata kama itatulazimu tulipe ada kidogo ili tusaidie kupata mambo ya afya, ni vyema mkutano huu upitishe hii hoja ya kwamba tuweze kuchukuliwa bima ya afya. Isije ikawa ni mambo ya last expense na mazishi ambayo tunahusika sana. Mwisho,
thank you.
Ni kwa kijana mwenzangu ambaye alikuwa kwa hiyo kamati ya utafiti, talanta na
order, let's give him time please. Yes.
Yeah, great. Tumekuwa tukipigwa vita sana na mashirika ya kijamii na pia televisheni kama KTN. Umeona kwamba vita vyetu vimeweza kumeda mpaka pale kwa TV, tumeanikwa kwa njia mbaya. Sijui mnachukua hatua gani kukinga kanisa hii dhidi ya wale ambao wanataka kutupatia jina mbaya. Sababu unaona kina Ezekiel wamekuwa kipigwa vita war, lakini wametumia mbinu yao kuhakikisha kwamba vitu hivyo vimezimwa. Lakini kwetu tunaharibiwa jina, sijaona hatua ikichukuliwa. Sasa ningependa kujua kamati hii inafanya nini kutukinga dhidi ya vita ambayo inatusha na masuala mbaya. Asanteni sana.
Asanteni sana. So let's have the last one here, the gentleman in blue. Your name, your meeting.
My name is Calvin Tom from Kariobangi Monthly
As I
Meeting.
invite the CRIT chair to come over quickly.
So I want to appreciate the CRIT for the good job they're doing. Just a few questions. For people who don't have confidence like myself, do we have a whistleblowers section where they can send their matters in case they arise? Number two, I've seen some of our clergy and also leaders who are not even aware they are online. So is there training for them as well so that they can know they are actually online?
Nani wako online na wajua wako online?
And then another question on the registration. This cuts across all programs. I've seen the women talk about 4,000 registered. I've seen Kwekamen talk about 3,000 registered, and youth, I think, above 3,000. But when it comes to Kweka Children Ministry, the numbers are a bit low. Maybe the other programs can give the QCM the secret as how they are doing it so that we can copy the same. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So quickly, Chair CRIT, Chair nomination, Chair Kwekamen, and who else? Education. Eh? Oh, yes, brother. Let your microphone. Amanipatia yangu. Just come, your ujue uko online. Come this way.
Yeah, I think I have the Asante sana. I'm in this place representing the Friends Church Kenya, and as we looked through the constitution, we realized that the use of the word ministry in QCM could in the future create a problem, because we never know. We are creating foundations for the future. The possibility being that in the future, if we had a bad leader within the children's program, they may end up looking at it as a standalone ministry. And so within the FCK constitution, we have then adopted the word program, and which we are urging yearly meetings to consider adopting. And this is maybe becomes then something that is available for you as the Nairobi yearly meeting to consider changing the name from QCM to QCP, so it lies properly as a program. It is certainly aligned to other programs. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me just clear with that one. Thank you so much. In fact, yesterday we had the chair constitution giving his report here, and there's something in that report which I'd hoped someone will pick up, but we didn't pick it up. Tuliwapatia kazi last year in August to harmonize the NYM and FCK constitution. It has taken a whole year. They have not done it. So I'd hoped someone will hit Ambune, but I think Ambune is big. Nikama is scared everyone. So nobody really dealt with him. But I think that's very important. It should be part and parcel of their work to harmonize the FCK and Nairobi yearly meeting constitution. I think that issue of ministry and program will be addressed in that harmonization. Thank you so much, Ndugu Patrick. Yes, Chair CRIT, and then Chair nomination, Chair Kwekamen.
Thank you, Clerk. And good evening. Good evening. Nasema hivyo kwa sababu wengine wamekaenda kidogo. For the 3 years I've been a chair of this great commission, this is the first time I've received questions. And it shows that there is something good happening. I will start by data privacy. Data privacy, this thing, the board has spoken about it over and over and over again. We have come up with forms. But the biggest challenge we are having, unapata meeting, wakati wameshachagua viongozi wote, wamebaki na ule evangelist mwenye oni penye wataweza kuweka, wanamwambia enda utuwakilishe hapa. Wakati wenye anakuja huku hivi, ako na knowledge. So unapata when we come to meetings, unanipata ni mimi na Pato na Dagana na Wendo from Nakuru. Na Cyprian, Cyprian Changamwe. So the 5 of us took on consent forms. How do they get to our local meetings? Kuna njia itafika kweli? Now PC kama tu PC form yenye tumekupatia juzi ya registration ya conference au kujaza. Kama tu au kujaza, hiyo ndio utaweza. You are getting my dilemma? And I know this is the same thing that is happening in all commissions. Sio mimi peke yangu. Even USFW, mama ataenda akae chini kwa mkutano apitize, ukienda kwa matangazo Sunday hakuna. I was talking to my this year we had a commissioning meeting by our clerk, monthly meeting. Brother Kibanda managed to put a meeting together, and I was able to talk about issue of data privacy. And for sure, in my church, ulikuwa unaingia kwa nyumba hapo, kwa church hapo, the first thing unakutana nayo kwa meza ni records za watu. Quakers, I'm not praying this to happen, but Quakers, if you are not comfortable, it's now time not to be comfortable. Because kama kuna kitu itakuja kutugonga, na inakuja kutugonga very well, ni issue ya data privacy. We have to take it very serious. Hiyo itatugonga. Hiyo nayo, hiyo hakuna njia nyingine. Hiyo itatugonga tu. Sawa sawa. So munisaidie, let's partner. For this one, I'm pledging with you, I'm pleading with you. Please munisaidie tuweze kutoa this, kwa sababu for the last 3 years, even our wanaitwaje, watu wenye kuja kufanyia audit, our auditors, our external auditors, enda angalia kwa the last 3 years report yao, there is one constant thing that is coming up, which is data privacy. Now this data privacy iko kila mahali. Our pastors, our PC pastor, wewe umepewa prayer request na umeshamalizana nayo, unaiacha hapo kwa bucket. Umeelewa? Let's partner. This is something we can be able to partner. The issue of innovation and that, we have data portal. The other day we launched it last year. The other day we just improved on it, so that to make sure kwamba it is more private, so that we can be able to make our policies available there. As we are speaking, out of the possible 16,000 members of Nairobi yearly meeting, only 100 of them have registered to access the information. So, mimi nitafanya nini? On the issue ya misuse of our information, Nairobi yearly meeting where information yetu inakuwa used inatugonga wenyewe, we have come up with a policy about communication policy, so that it can be able to empower the church to take stringent measures on some of these things. That document imeshapitizwa na our executive committee, imeshapitizwa na our board. It should be now in public participation. So if it has not gotten to you, it will be getting to you very soon, so that we can be able to tie up the few notes that are remaining yenye nawacha. But pia naye as I'm doing that policy becomes useless. Kama wewe ni clerk wa kanisa, wewe ni pastor wa kanisa, leo kijana anakuja, anafungua wall, you don't know what the administrators are, you don't know what the purpose of the wall is. Hata your policy itawak. It has to start with us. Kwa sababu hii policy, yes, it's coming in. But wewe umetoka kwa executive, yenyu ya monthly meeting, yako ya local. Nimediscuss vitu juu ya huyu senior wangu, I call him my chairman, Pastor Atenya. Tumediscuss juu ya Pastor Tenya. But umetoka nje umesimama kwa mlango, the first thing unapigia Pastor Tenya kumwambia mmefanya nini? Mmediscuss. Seriously. A whistleblowing will be coming up with a portal, anonymous portal, to be able to assist us to be able to share your information anonymously, so that uweze kuebo ku share anything that it will be going to directly to clerk's desk. And the last thing is online for pastors and clerks. I'm hoping that when it comes to our next retreat, we'll be able to be given an opportunity to train some of these things. God bless you.
Makofi kwake. Chair nomination. Sorry? Chair nomination, Chair Quickerman. Then there was education. There was a question for education. Very briefly. I think Dr. Gladys had raised something about.
Okay, thank you.
I think the cameras can come there. Where is the educationist?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. For the Quakermen, yes, you have talked about the social welfare committee or social welfare policy, which has concentrated on BF. I can say yes, and as a program, we have the vision. And this vision, and I'm very sure for some of us who have read our policy, is that we had BBF, which was the low-hanging fruit, because the purpose of us starting with BF is that as a program, we wanted, first of all, to provide financial assistance to our members during time of need, to alleviate financial burden and ensure members' well-being. And having said that, is that we used it as a pilot program, and other issues that we shall tackle as we gain momentum and also as the program or as a policy is well understood by all of us, is that we have health, which is sickness. We again still have education, whereby we need to support the children, especially the orphans who have been left, and they need our assistance. And also, we are exploring ways on how we can be able to enroll to one of the insurance companies. And then lastly, as you are aware, is that one of the nomination rules that we have currently, which are in force and which has barred most of us, is that there was an aspect of us to have weddings. So we are encouraging all men to make sure that they do weddings. And by so doing is that the program had also investigated to support them in one way or another. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chair nomination. Why are you raiding QCM and QCP for leaders?
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe tena. I thank God for this opportunity. I want to say, as we go to the nominations, we are normally guided by the Constitution. At my level, at the yearly meeting level, we consulted widely with most of the program leadership. The challenge is now coming to us, the monthly meeting nomination groups. Now that we have heard from the program leader, it is good for us to consider our babies when we come to nomination, because I believe that is where we have the issues. During the previous 3 years, we've been going around, but some of our monthly meetings, the people you put in office don't attend, have not been attending the programs. So I am saying, from the local church up to where I sit, it's good for us to consider our babies. It's good for us to look at the Constitution. So, clerk, Our challenge is with the clerks now at the monthly meeting and the local church to handle that. At our level, we have done it very well. Thank you. But for the future, let's consider what the chair has said. Thank you so much. I'm Pamela Mangoli.
Thank you so much. As chair, let's clap for Pamela. As chair education, response to the school's issues.
So, thank you. There was Madam had asked the risk of maybe Dandora Secondary being closed. That when we are following it keenly with the Sub-County Director of Education and the County Director of Education through the Minister of Education. And you know what they normally look at is, it is the child that is going to lose. Now that we have students in that school, it is going to be difficult to close the school, but if we liaise very well with the ministry, and we do at least, we meet the minimum requirement that they require, then I'm assuring you that the school will not be closed. So we are still making a follow-up. On the FTC registration, still there is the Commission for Higher Education. They just want you to follow through the laid down procedure. But what is letting us down mostly is the infrastructure. So we have to help these two institutions to improve on their infrastructure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, teacher or educationist. And just to add on to what Dada Pamela mentioned about QCM, unajua Swahili husema chema chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. So you know those QCM teachers are good people. That's why I love them. So you find that they are nominated into office as leaders very easily. Then now we end up having a challenge the other side. But I think it's an important issue being raised because then we may end up not having teachers. I also talked about FTC being used for training. So we also need to build more capacity by training more teachers because we'll always be in need of leaders, not just leaders, but good leaders. So training of our QCM people becomes paramount. And then the nomination committees are supposed to be standing for the next 3 years until the end. But sometimes most of them wakishafanya kazi, wanaenda kufanya kulala. They should be active throughout to supervise their nominees, be able to train, build capacity, and just work like any other commission. Now, lastly, the issue of the projects. I saw the vice chair, QICL. Ulisikia hiyo swali ya kule mwisho. You want to say something about it? How QICL can support Vikwatani, Jenga Kwetu, and the Gilgil Prayer Center project in Nakuru? Hapa ni hapa. Wasema ukuje huko mbele ndio picha ikuone ama sijui kama itakufikia. You need to know that you're online. There's Quecom team, please prepare to come after this.
Okay, thank you. We all understand that the main aim of QICL is to work on the investments of the Nairobi yearly meeting. And as a company, we are ready to partner with all the meetings. Where we are, it is a project of Nairobi yearly meeting, but it is QICL that is undertaking the development. So the advantage of using QICL, remember, the church has continually told us about the usage of the PIN, that even when you are developing, you need to buy material, purchase material and all that, and you cannot do it through the yearly meeting PIN. So you need the company PIN. That is an investment of the company. So we are calling upon all projects. Yes, QICL is ready. And the advantage with going through QICL, we have the service commission. So everything will be transparent and you will not have any questions. Then the service commission escalates it to the Nairobi yearly meeting board in the discussions and all that. Then where it is possible as QICL, we also try to see if we can partner with some developers just to assist us to put up projects. And we are hoping and trusting God that very soon the project will be picking up in some of our meetings, and even we are trusting God that once that starts, it will be what we can look at and indeed embrace QICL. Otherwise, as QICL, we are ready. We have what it takes. We work with experts. We don't have all the experts, but Nairobi Yearly Meeting has all the experts. So we work with the experts just to ensure that we deliver the best. Thank you.
Clap for Sister Beatrice, the Vice Chair QICL. And indeed, I want to confirm that, as you can see where we are, QICL is on the ground, and they are doing a lot of work to bring this project up. The tents we are using for dining have just been purchased from your conference fees as a way of upgrading this facility. Last year when we were in Moi Girls, we used some money to buy music equipment, PA, which has been very instrumental in the CBD fellowship in Nairobi, and I believe they'll continue doing this. About 2 or 3 months ago, I met the women leadership together with QICL and Service Commission. The meeting took place in Donholm to discuss how we can partner and run that program together. I mentioned about the Nakuru project. That land belongs to Mamas of Nakuru. Women are doing a good job, and I thank them for that. So we must find a way of sitting together and agreeing how we will be able to work with this in a way that we contribute to make that project work for us. So one of the things we'll be doing, my brother, is we want to count the cost. We want to see how much does it cost to be able to bring up that Jenga Kwetu project. I know there are experts who are doing the numbers for them. The Nakuru team is doing the same thing. Then as I shared here about the cottages and dormitories and all that, we're also doing the same. Now, these are very heavy and expensive projects. So we must agree what formula shall we use to be able to have these projects developed. Shall we slow down one, let one progress? Shall we go together collectively? Are we able to get a financial who can do it for us? So we'll have all those things together and then be able to make a decision that is in the best interest of the church na pia ambayo haitaumiza washiriki sana. So that is in the pipeline, my brother. And thank you so much for raising it up. So allow me to invite the Quaker team. I'm told tea is away about 20 or so minutes. So I believe within that time, Quaker team will have done their bit. And then maybe if you allow us to break for tea, then come for the elders report as we prepare for the other session. And you remember in my remarks, I did strongly talk about Quaker. And the team is here. Let's allow them to say something, and then we shall be concluding. Karibu sana.
Praise God. God is good all the time, and that's his nature. My name is Kennedy Abomba. I'm the chairman of Kwekom Sacco. Kwekom Sacco is our Sacco as Friends Church, Nairobi Yearly Meeting and Friends Church in Kenya, because we have members all over the country. Basically, some of the issues that are being raised here, we can simply put our resources together and sort them out easily. Quecom is run by a management board, and most of the board members are here. If you are here as a board member of Quecom, kindly can you stand up? Board members. Thank you. There are some seated here. Board member, GS is one of the board members, and all of them are board members. And if you are a member of Quecom Sacco, kindly can you stand up? Members, if you are a member, because we have enough members for the Sacco. Thank you. Those are our members, and there are many. We are almost 800 members in the Sacco, and about 90% of them come from Nairobi Yearly Meeting. We want to ask members who are attending this conference, we have our desk at the tent there. Please take time and visit that, that tent. Those who are not members, register. Those who are members, you can ask more information. It will be very much healthy for you. Today we want to bring to you two products that we are offering as a Sacco that we feel if we team together and work together, those products will work as a solution, a big solution to some of the challenges that we are going through as a church. I want to welcome the chair for Education Committee in the SACCO, Edgar Alla, to briefly present to you the products that we are offering at the SACCO.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening. Yeah, I'm very happy. Somebody told me I transform into many things, but that is good because I love social entrepreneurship, things that can bring value to ourselves, and we also are able to have finance. Kitu mfukoni, si ndio? Yeah, so we have a product called Stawi. Stawi is a corporate product where you can go back to the other slide, where our monthly meetings, our local meetings, church programs and committees, Quaker institutions and organizations, of course, pastors and church employees, and the group programs, USFW, NYAF, and Quaker Men, and choirs. I know we have groups that are organized within our church that are doing investment. So this product, carry on, this product is to invite you as groups to save with Quacom. What would you require? You will require a board or committee resolution. You will require to nominate the people who will be signatories, that is the chair, the secretary, and treasurer as guarantors. Registration fee of 2,000 shillings, a minimum monthly contribution of 5,000 shillings. This product will attract a capital share of 20,000. For normal members, capital share is flat rate. All members are at 5,000 as a capital. Of course, this product you can borrow twice the amount you've saved. You can be guaranteed by another corporate entity. So if it's a monthly meeting, you can be guaranteed by another monthly meeting or a local meeting or another group that has joined as a corporate. You should have saved with us a minimum of 1 year. Of course, we would require an endorsement from the yearly meeting to confirm that we are working with you on this product. And we can use these resources for church development. We can do some institutional financing. Maybe you have a project that you want to do as a team. And you can do an infrastructure program like what you've had Clark talk about, buying public address equipment. So that is one of the product. The second product is Stawisha, which is an investment, completely investment account, where we will require a minimum deposit of 150,000 shillings. We will negotiate interest that we need to pay you. Now, on this product, you're not borrowing. You are investing with us, and we use your money to invest elsewhere, to members, loans, and we can negotiate with you an interest. It is withdrawable. After a certain period, you can say you need your money back, and with a 1 month, you can withdraw. That is with a notice of 1 month, and we process your withdrawal within 2 months or 60 days. It's a long-term savings. You have your money somewhere that is not doing anything, and you would require it to grow at a particular interest. This product is yours. You can also build some resource or wealth using this product. The last product is a welfare fund. And I want to thank the Quaker Men because I think people are seeing the challenge that we are facing. A welfare fund is critical, and Quaker Men have a product of this nature, and that is very good and encouraging, so that our people are not disturbed. When we have funerals and things like that, we find ourselves confused until you have to get into WhatsApp group and you have people contributing for you. So we have a burial benevolent fund, and our desire is that we can have people join this fund. Secondly, those corporate entities that are joining can encourage their members to join that fund only. They may not be members of the circle, but through the corporate entity, you can join and therefore benefit from our product. So we'll have the principal member, the spouse, the children, a minimum of 5, and of course below 18. But those who are above 18 and can prove that they are still dependent on the parent, then they are allowed. Parents and parents-in-law. What would be the entitlement? You can go to the next slide. The next one, then we'll come back to this one. The entitlements would be 60,000 for the self, that is the principal member. We have the spouse, 50,000. A child, that is 30,000. And on parent is 25,000, and parents-in-law at 15,000. We have enhanced this. I know our members have benefited on this BBF, but we have now enhanced it. Why BBF? So we go to the slide before. We want to strengthen our member loyalty. We know we have organizations that are coming to us, and if you are able to kill two birds with a stone, then that's beautiful for you. So you can borrow from us, but at the same time we cover your welfare issues. We want to enhance our social protection among members. This does well because when you know that you're saving together, you are in a group, it enhances your reach of social capital. And that's what we want to support and promote. We want to create and enhance the continued solidarity that we have as members. It exists, yes, as members of a church, a Friends Church, but we want to enhance it through this program. And we also encourage long-term participation and contribution. Basically, we help increase the discipline of savings. These 2 products or 3 products are critical for us. We have other products like the Children's Savings Scheme, and all these details, we have flyers around we will be giving to members. Our officer, Vincent, is here. Please, Vincent, stand so that people can see you. Yeah, Vincent is here. He has all the flyers we'll be able to give to members so you can read on the other products. We'll do that after this. We'll be able to give that. Vincent is in our office at Friends International Center. So we are available there to support and to continue to build. Let me finalize by saying that if we are able to embrace our own Quaker organizations, we'll be able to grow together and grow more stronger as a team. And when we have resources, we feel good, true? And one way of having resources is through wealth building. Tukikuja pamoja na tukuwe na kitu kwa mfuko, watu wote watafurahia na waone kumbe huyu jamaa ako hapa na mfuko yake iko full. Asante sana. Kama kuna swali ningependa kulijibu.
Thank you. As maybe you come. You've seen the products that we are offering. There are several other products. The normal development loan, education loan, emergency loans. All those loans facilities are there for our members. The BBF that our vice has just said, that one is already running. And members can attest to it that they are already receiving the services of the BBF, those who are already members. We want to encourage our churches, especially local churches, those who are struggling with the issues of BBF. Kindly join Quecom, we solve it. You collect, you have the data for the members, you share with us with their contribution, then we run the BBF for you. So we are there for you. Our office, as he has said, is at Ngong Road. Feel free, we are here at the conference. Come up, let us discuss and see how we can improve the welfare of our members in our church. Let us also remember to pool resources together on the Stawisha account. If each local church, I don't know, Clark, you have how many local churches? If each local churches can put together 1 million shillings in the circle, then we fund the projects that we are talking about all over. These things are possible. We can work together and improve the status of our church. Thank you, Clark, for giving us an opportunity. May God bless you.
Wapigie makofi, asanteni sana. Yes. Even as we Okay, kuna swali pale. Somebody can get a microphone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're becoming many. Where's the microphone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, tumalizie hapo. We still have some 2 important programs. So keep your name, your meeting, and keep it brief. Leaders of Wacom, take note.
Thank you. My name is Timothy Wechuli from Nairobi.
Order, please. Give him time.
From Nairobi monthly meeting. I've seen you are doing a good job as Wacom Sacco. Also, just a suggestion, I've seen the minimum capital is around 5,000. I mean, share capital. Yes. To me, I feel maybe I'm not in the circle, but I believe it's a bit low. And I'll pray that maybe if you can be able to enhance, it will also maybe boost the income for the circle.
Thank you. That's noted.
And then on the other issue, our brother who was talking in Swahili just put it clear that we are more of doing the BBF. I'll also think maybe as a circle, we can be able to see if a member has served maybe diligently until he or she goes for retire when in the circle. I'll pray if you can be able to tailor a product of retirees so that when member has served, let's say like 100,000, then instead of him or her going with 100, at least wanaongezea kitu kama ni 20,000 or rather a percentage that you people you can be able to decide so that it can enhance that patronizing that circle. Thank you.
Thank you. There's 2 there. Then we tumalizie hapa. Your name, your meeting. Okay, quickly.
Thank you, Clark.
Briefly.
My name is Felix Emere from Nangata monthly meeting. My question, or rather my comment will be, we appreciate having this circle with us, and given that this is our own, my plea will be, why don't we agree that we own it up, and maybe we tailor-made a product for our meetings, since that we understand the status of our meetings. Majority of our meetings operate from hand to mouth. So if we tailor-made a product for our local meetings, it can be beneficial to the circle and in general to our yearly meeting. And especially on a benevolent fund, our meetings are really struggling in that space.
Asante.
Thank you.
Asante. There's one. So those 2 then, I think, tutamalizia Beatrice, I've seen your hand. Your hand has been up for long. We'll finish with you. Yeah.
Praise God, friends.
Amen.
My name is Cyprian Tambo from Changamwe. My main concern is, as Wacom, you have seen that Quakerman program has come up with also a social welfare, and it has hit a record of almost 850 more than members. What I've seen members who have stood up here are less than maybe 40. So what are you what step are you taking? Or have you approached the Quakerman program to see that you can work together? Because it is a clear indication that all these members want to be in a certain social welfare. So
thank you.
What action are you taking so that to make sure that it's a great thing working together?
Asante sana. So that one, alafu tumalizia hapa kwa Sister Beatrice.
Kwa haraka, kwa vile hata mimi nina kiu ya chai, ya swali ya kwanza, kwa wanabodi wa Quacom. Hivi vifaa mabidhaa ambavyo mmeweza kuwasilisha mbele yetu ni vile ambavyo vimeidhinishwa na mamlaka ambayo inasimamia utendakazi wenyu, yani SASRA, ama ni bidhaa ambazo nyinyi wenyewe mmetunga tu? Labda utuelezee hapo. Have they been authorized by SASRA?
Thank you.
Ya pili na ni ya mwisho, kwa inaitwaje, wale ambao labda walikuwa ni washirika wenyu na walipoteza labda mzazi.
Order please, let's give him time.
Yes, washirika ambao walipoteza wazazi miaka 5 iliyopita.
Order please, tafadhali. Hapa katikati, nani anaongea sana huyu hapa katikati hapa? Tafadhali.
Wanataka translator in English, lakini nitawasaidia tu. Kwa hivyo sasa nilikuwa nauliza, kama ulipoteza mzazi miaka 5 na ulikuwa mshirika, basi kwa hiyo benefits ambayo umesema ni za matumizi ya mwisho, mtu anaweza kuyapokea ama lazima uwe ni mshirika kwa muda fulani ili uweze kupata fedha hizo. Labda
Asante
utusaidie
sana.
kujua. Kuna deadline.
Beatrice,
Asante.
Sister Beatrice. Please, hayo ni maoni yake. Tafadhali tuheshimu maoni ya wengine. Hayo ni maoni yake. Tuheshimu maoni ya wengine. Order please. Tutulie.
Asante.
Tutulie.
There's the first
Order
product.
please. Let's give Sister Beatrice time. Order please. Camera, focus on Beatrice, not me.
Thank you, Kwecom, for the wonderful products. The first product on Stakimu, I understand it's to do with groups. Kindly clarify if Chama groups are in a position to join that one. Number 2, we have the Stawisha. It is a good product, and I know it can work in our churches. But as leaders, even as we take the information back to our members, they will ask questions. So my question is, are you in a position to visit maybe our monthly meetings and talk to them about the products so that we see if they can embrace them? Thank you.
Thank you. So let me allow then the Quicom team to come and respond. Oh, is it burning? Is it burning?
I don't know this burning.
Okay.
You'll determine, eh?
All right. Half a second.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I think this is a very good, noble idea in a Quaker setup. My concern is about security of running loans for individual members. And also, I've been hearing about it just vividly like that. But my concern is we need to have separation of roles, that particularly the board members, they just have to be there as oversight. And we need to have structured employees so that they report to the board.
Asanteni, sir. So let me invite the team to come. Please come and respond to those questions so that then we can go and have a cup of tea before we come in for presentation here. Elder Churchill, karibu sana.
Thank you, Clark. Members, I'm happy that you took note of what we're doing. My teacher taught me that you begin with easy questions first. The board is providing oversight. Vincent is our accountant, come administrator at the office. So we are not working there on day-to-day basis. As the circle grows, we know we will be able to have other people. The security of running loans, as any other circle, members guarantee each other, and therefore it is by guaranteeing, and that security is there. By the way, Quecom has been running from 2002, so all the teething problems that we've gone through, we have been able to establish and stabilize ourselves. When you see us confident like this, the 25 years have not been a walk in the park, if I would use such a word. We are available to visit your meeting and give more information. Here we have only given 20 minutes or so, and therefore we are available to give any details and talk to your teams, answer more questions that are there. And Chama groups, I think that we need to discuss because we are regulated by, is it small Ministry of Corporate Development and Small Enterprise Development? That is a regulation. No, we are not regulated by SASRA because we are not doing front office. Ours for now is still at back office and therefore are regulated by the ministry and even audited by the same ministry. So Chama groups, if they are registered, I don't know, we will be able to consult on that and come to you on the same. Membership of Quecom, I think those that you saw here, people just stood, a few of them. Others just sat down, and I know they are members. We have close to 1,000 members in Quecom, and therefore, many of members here are members of Quecom. Some of them are dormant, but I'm sure Clark now will activate his account, but he's been a member. A product for the meetings, Semere, I think that is true. We have many other products, and I think each of the meetings that will allow us to talk to you will be able to come and explain these other products. I think retirement benefit or retirement program, retirement investment, that's a good idea. I think it's a product we will think about. I am personally passionate about retirement planning, and therefore I think it's a good idea, and we will talk to the members and have a product that will be able to support in retirement. I think those are all the questions I was asked to respond to. Thank you.
Yes, I think in short, Quecom is here to stay. It has been staying and it is here. I want to encourage us to join Quecom Circle, but there I'm a member also, but I'm in a dormant one. I think I just need to put some my monthly ziko nyuma kidogo, but I'm a member. I also want to encourage local meetings, monthly meetings, and the yearly meeting to join us, corporate members, even programs, and save so that we can then build up reserves to guarantee each other to get money for our projects. Many meetings here have been borrowing from banks and microfinance institutions, and it is very expensive. I know for a fact, as Clark Dono monthly meeting at some point, we borrowed a loan from SMEP of about 35 million shillings, and we paid a lot of interest, upward of 20 million plus, which I know if we were within the Quecom Circle setup, definitely would have been able to get a much better deal. Therefore, let local meetings begin saving, and savings are good. When you save, you'll have money even to pay budgets. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Because the pesa yako inafanya kazi kule, ina earn interest, and you develop a culture of saving. So let's support Quecom because it's our baby. Why are we letting Quecom just idle there when we can make use of it to be able to move ourselves and free ourselves financially? So I think, friends, we'll stop there for now. There's a very important presentation here, Elder Churchill. Let's go for tea. And please, I'm only giving you 15 minutes. So you take your cup of tea, unaimwaga tu kwako, na unarudi mbio hapa hivi. Ili tuweze kufanya hiyo session ya Churchill. And there's another session thereafter tumalizie epilogue tuende. Ngojeni kidogo hatujamaliza, tujaomba. Hey, don't walk out. We've not prayed. Pastor Nelly?
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Alice Mulweye ama Mulweye, are you around? Alice? She's out. Nelly, come and pray for a cup of tea. We, as Quecom, very soon, we are thinking about insurance, and you'll see us launch an insurance company from Quecom very soon. So we are moving on. Thank you.